Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for joining. I see people are still joining, so let's just give them like 1 minute to join and then we will start our webinar. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Please note before I start, the webinar is recorded. So if maybe you joined late or you want to catch up with the previous webinars that we previously hosted, because this is a series of webinars for shifting the mindset from being an employee to an employer. So if you want to catch up, all recordings are on our YouTube page, IT Varsity's YouTube page. And then once this session is done, do not stress. I will share the link to the recording for you on Slack, and then you'll be able to access the link. But please make sure that you catch up. I think I've hosted 3 or 4 webinars before this one, so that you understand where we are moving towards and what's the goal for this entire webinar. So just make sure that you do catch us on YouTube as well, and then social media. Connect with us on TikTok, on Facebook. Make sure that you're following up. You are up to date with all the webinars. My name is Noltando Bukwena, and I am the head of support at IT Varsity. I know we have some new students joining us today. You guys have seen, you've not seen me before. Obviously, I've emailed some of you guys, so at least now you can see who Noltando is. Thank you so much for joining. Today's topic is starting lean, how to build a business with low costs. Hey everyone, hi guys, thank you for joining. Those that are joining late, please do not stress. You guys the recording, sorry, will be shared with you today. Today's topic, I think, is a pretty interesting topic, because the previous webinars I've been encouraging you guys to start businesses, start small. I've been promoting that you can actually start. You don't need to wait for you to finish the course, but I think I have been promoting shifting your mindset from wanting to get a job and to actually creating a job for yourself at home or wherever you are. But I think we need to realize that obviously with some businesses, there's capital. You need capital, you need money. And instead of Ramaphosa's economy, hey, you can't have like money just sitting in your account. But now, because I'm promoting entrepreneurship and we want you guys to start your own businesses, now today I'm going to say to you, I'm going to help you with how you can actually start that business. But how can you start with small cost or low cost or no cost at all? Because realistically speaking, there are some businesses that you can start without any cost, and then you obviously get some income when you've already started, tested your product, and you have your own target market and people are buying your product. All right, so let's start today's topic. Please feel free to write anything on the chat section if you have any questions. Once I am done, I will go through your chat. If I request that you guys do something on the chat, maybe it's a poll, please participate and engage. This webinar is not for me. This webinar is for you and me. So when I ask a question, please write it on the chat section. We'll interact with one another via the chat section. If you're able to answer, you can answer as well. All right. So have you maybe wondered, okay, I do have a business, right? I want to start my own business, but I don't have profit, or I don't have any capital to start my business. Then you are in the right place, and this webinar is for you and for me as well. And I'll share my experiences with you when I started my own small business without any income. All right. Because in today's world, to be quite honest, in today's world, you don't necessarily need a huge office, expensive stock and materials that are piled up in your room, right? You just need to start. But you need to have the right information, obviously, to say which free tools can I use to start, or where can I go where I know it's low cost, it's something that you'll be able to do as well. So today we're going to be unpacking that, how to start lean, grow smart, and turn those small, clever steps into what? Into big results. Now, for decades, years, and centuries, they've been telling us that starting a business requires capital. If you've been to maybe the networking sessions, maybe one of the networking sessions around your areas and whatsoever, a lot of people have great businesses, but they don't know where to start. They do know where to start, but they are lacking profit. And usually people would say, I do understand, but I don't have the money. So we are going to be unpacking, okay, you can listen, you can actually start, you can actually promote your business, but obviously that means it doesn't mean that if you don't have money or smaller and a capital for you to push your business, that doesn't mean that you are not able to do it. And maybe once upon a time, remember I said centuries years ago, we were not there. Maybe back then, yes, it was true, you are not able to start. But right now, in this world where we are moving towards the 4IR, maybe we are maybe in the 4IR, fourth industrial revolution, and everything is digitalized. You can actually start a business. And I know some of you guys know this, but it's true. All right. So think about it. You can actually launch an online store with zero costs. I will tell you how. You can also promote your business marketing on social media. You can also sell services like maybe you want to design companies, consulting, copywriting, digitally. Like you're at home, there's no need for you to even spend money to go to that office and spend a few months consulting. You can actually do it in the comfort of your own home, where you are saving that money that you would have used for transportation. You can actually buy data and connect with your computer. So the biggest capital in today's world, I think, in the digital world, isn't just money being in the bank. It's the knowledge that you have in your head and the creativity in your heart, right? It starts here and here. If you say, okay, I have it here, and you love it, and the ideas are coming in, and you say, now this is solid, this is something that I can do, you are able to start. All right. So now we're going to unpack how to actually start. Remember, today we're focusing on starting small. I said on one of my previous webinars, you don't have to start big. Not unless you have the means and the capability, then you can. But you don't have to do something big, something grand. You can actually start small, because all businesses, we know, I mean, we've been hearing this. Some have actually, they have one of the biggest companies in IT, retail, in food, supermarkets, and they all started in the garages, at a library, where people just met as a team and they said, I have this great idea, but I want to start. Nobody starts big. Trust me. Even if you can go to maybe the NYDA offices or the CEDA offices, they'll advise you the same thing. You start small, you test your product, and then you push it through. Now you can obviously aim for the bigger market. All right. So let's discuss. Remember, I said we're starting small, right? We're starting small and we are starting lean. But obviously, you think smart. So, okay, I have a business. I have a business that I want to start. Now, the starting point is obviously promoting your business. You need to have your social media posts, maybe an ad, Instagram post, WhatsApp post. You want to put your poster and do like put yourself out there. Where do you go? Number one, you use Canva. Canva, obviously, there's premium and there's free, right? There are templates available for you if you're not able to, you're not like creative. Some people aren't into graphic designing, but there are templates on Canva that are for free that you guys can use, right? Okay, you want to have a website where people can now access your products on their cell phones, in a taxi, in a train, in an airplane, and they want to purchase your products. They don't have to go to a physical store, right? You can use courier services. So you can build what? A website. You can build your own website. How? Where? There's Wix.com where you can build a website for free. There's WordPress, there's Card. There's so many softwares that allow you to build a website. You just need to know. And it's part of the CDE course. And I think they've done a big, I don't want to say it's a benefit, but I know with all our courses, they teach you how to create a free website. So, number one, you already put yourself out there with posters and you use Canva for free. Now you're digitalizing your store, you're making an e-commerce store or an online store. You're going to use what? A website where people will know more information about you, how to get in touch with you, how to contact you, the reviews of your product. If you're still new, obviously you won't have any reviews, but everything is under one place where it's your website. For your email and your documents, you can use Google Workspace. And these are just the free tools that there are more free tools that you can use. But I'm just mentioning the few of one of the famous tools that everybody has used. I have used it. I know it does work, right? So Canva, posters, and everything. Remember, I've been pushing you guys to post, and then website. You can use WordPress, Wix.com, and Card, and then you can use Google Workspace for your documents and your emails. Now you already know where to start. Okay, I don't want you to say when you come to me and say, "Hi, Nels, I am selling this clothes and I haven't made any sales maybe in the past 3 months, and maybe there's something wrong that you do." First, ask yourself, do you have social media? Because you can't be in Durban, maybe let's say you can't be in Chatsworth and say your target market is people in Chatsworth. Maybe let's say you're selling Indian clothes. Indians are all over the place. Maybe let's say you're selling hair, Brazilian, Peruvian hair for women, right? You can't be targeting people around your area. Then you're not going to be making any money. You need to target people all over, either nationally, internationally, globally. It's totally up to you. But you need to have an online place or store where people can are able to view your product, see your services that you are going to be offering, how much, and if they want to contact you, where they can contact you. That even if you don't have a website, have social media, because I know when I buy a product, the first thing I do, I check their social media pages, I check the comments, the engagement to see whether it's not a ghost account, because nowadays we are being scammed. It's not a ghost account, it's something valuable. So you need to make sure that you already have a presence online. Your website is good to go. You don't even have to pay big agencies to pay you, sorry, for you to pay in order for them to create a beautiful website for you. You are an IT varsity student, therefore, once you are done with your qualifications, you should know how to create a website. You are doing our digital entrepreneurship course, you will learn how to create a poster and a video, a thumbnail, and ad for what? For your business. So, sorry, these free tools you already know you can use. Remember, we are starting small. And then I always say, I think I mentioned it the last time I said, um with if your business is a product, right? Remember, with products you might not, I shared with you guys that even when I was starting my own business, I did not make any sales. The first month I did not make any sales. That's the thing about selling products. My advice is, instead of a product, offer services first, and then once you have some cash flow coming in, you can then move to it being a product, right? So start with services. And this is the ultimate lean tactic. If you want to start small, offer a service, not unless it is a need that you know that the people, you're actually solving like a real life problem where you know that people are actually going to be buying your product. Because the success, any success for any businesses is to solve a problem. So, in order for you to start small, offer services rather than a product, and then the product will maybe after, it will follow after. Skills, they require time and they do not require any capital, because your skills and your services are your skills that you have. So you just need to find the right time and then put yourself out there and then offer your skill. Maybe if you're into design or anything else, these are your own skills. Hi, Tasneem. Okay, I will share the link with you. Do not stress. I'll share it on Slack. You'll find it on the general channel as well. And then make sure, number two, that you validate before you invest. Also, this thing of, remember we spoke about fear of failure, where you just like, you're doubting yourself, you're not sure whether the product will work or not. You're just thinking, if it doesn't work. No, test your product. Even if you don't put it out there for everyone to see, remember we spoke about having your own network. Have your own people, your own set of network where you can offer your services to them. Test your product, test your services, maybe also allow room to provide feedback, criticism, constructive criticism, where it enables you to grow. and then you can say, okay, I've done this, okay, this is what I have to fix as well. So at least rather than doubting and saying, what if it doesn't work? Well, that's the one basic point about being a business person is starting a business is always a risk. And that's why we say start small with zero cost, even if it fails, but let's not think negatively. Even if it does fail, it's worth the risk. Remember, starting a business is risky for every other businesses. Even big businesses make loss. I saw a poster yesterday on LinkedIn. They said after I don't know how many years, Escom this year was able to make profit because the previous 8 years they've been making losses. So even for big businesses, it's not easy. It's always a risk. So just make sure that you validate before you invest. Get real feedback. Test it out. Put your product out there. Sometimes we want to sell to the people that we know because obviously, let's say you sell something to your mother or your dad. Obviously, you're going to get feedback that's not going to harm your feelings. Put it out there, right? You know somebody that has a hair business, say, hi, can I design a website for you? And then allow them to give you feedback, real feedback. That will also make you as a brand grow. Right. And number three, focus on solving a problem. I will always say this in all of my webinars. Focus on solving a problem. That's the only way you can make money or profit. And that's the basic golden rule for every other businesses. Okay, thank you. I see. All right, all right. So make sure that you solve a problem. First thing, the product that the product or service that I'm putting out there that I'm going to, make money from, am I really, really solving a problem? We do have businesses that are not good when it comes to administration, data handling, HR, etc. Some businesses hire other businesses, small businesses, where they outsource now their skills to say, okay, Noel's virtual company will deal with your administration, HR, data handling, payments, sorry, your payrolls, and etc. These are services that you are offering as a company, right, to other big companies. Some other companies don't have HR departments. They hire consulting firms to do that for them. Let's talk about in the education space, your accreditation, all these legal things that you need to have. You don't have to do it yourself as an institution, but there are consulting firms they are solving a problem because there is a need in the space for them, right? Even if you want to sell hair, now you see everyone now is just selling these weaves and whatsoever. But when you put yourself out there, maybe don't only target people that want to look nice, and there are people that have cancer and now they feel like they're not beautiful anymore. They attract. What you put out there needs to make sure that you are solving a problem. This hair that I'm selling is not just only for you to look nice and cute on a date or when you're going on a trip, but it's also for people that are suffering health wise, right? To bring back your self esteem. You see, that way you're not only now targeting a certain market, but you're opening your market to other people that didn't even think that, oh, okay, maybe this could help me. This could bring back something in me that this disease took away. You understand? So, first thing, what problem am I solving? And I'll always say this is the one golden rule that will make you money. If your idea makes someone's life easier or any company's lives easier, it saves them time, it solves a problem, or it gives you a headache, they will definitely pay for it. Like, remember I said to you guys the last time, I said, for now, because I'm a small content creator, I edit my videos. But if I know I really want to tap into that space and I'm focusing my all, trust me, I will not do any editing because it's not for me. Even with work wise, if I were to have a business, I would definitely hire people for administration, your Excel and whatever, because those things I'm not good with. I would definitely hire somebody to do my accounting for me because I can't do accounting. I can't do anything that has to do with numbers. It's just not me. Companies pay. And I'm still saying to you guys, there are companies that do not know how to run their social media. right? But they don't know of you. They don't know that Miltando is offering social media management. Put yourself out there. Sometimes this one content creator influence slash influencer said to us, she's because she's I don't know if it's a he she, but she's part of the LGBTQ community. Um, she said most brands do not like to work with her, right? Because with what she does and who she is. But the way she makes so much money is she approaches brands, pitches ideas to them. That way she is solving a problem. And then once they approve the pitch, the proposal, then the company goes and find influencers to come and do this campaign. That's how she makes money, right? She rarely finds campaign deals. She sat down and said, what problem can I solve? Because now I see that I'm an influencer, but most brands don't want to work with me, right? Because she also does other stuff on social media, not ugly stuff, but she's her own person and she has her own brand. She's known for this type of thing. So brands run away from her. So, but she now approaches companies, Unilever, Colgate, your big franchises. She goes to them and say, I have a proposal. I have a pitch, I have a campaign idea. And then they pay her that X amount of money. That way, she's saving time for them. She's solving a problem. She's making money. The company or that particular franchise will also make money off the campaign because it's part of their marketing. And marketing is equals to profits as well and sales. So these are the things that you also need to think about when you want to start your own business, or like I said, before you sell a product, make sure that you are able to also offer your services as well. And then now, if you look at the course, okay, I know some of you guys are doing our coding courses, and majority of you in this session right now are doing our digital entrepreneurship course. Now, I spoke about the website, I spoke about marketing, I spoke obviously your Canva, your graphic design. It's all it's all in there. It's all in there, right? This is why we created this course, because I said to you the first time, that course has all the relevant digital skills that you will need if you want to be an employee. And maybe you want to further your career into this space, or you want to tap and be your own entrepreneur. It's designed to give you the specific tools that you will need for your own business, that you will start or about to start. Will start when you earn your qualification, or if you want to offer your services, or you want to get a job in this industry. Now, in business, but we're gonna break down so that it makes sense to you. And now, when you are actually doing the course, this is the DE course, right? And when you are actually now you are doing the course, you're able to see, oh, these are the important topics. I'm not saying focus on them only, but I'm just saying these are skills. And I always emphasize I always emphasize the fact that when you are studying, make sure that you have notes, because everything that's there, it's all relevant tools that we know it's going to help you, right? So when you master the concepts, you'll be able to start, either you venture out. So you will learn how to first think of your idea. Now, it does not mean the idea that you wrote in your business plan, it's the one. Sometimes, guys, how many of you right now have had like big business ideas? Maybe in a year you've had five. I know in a year I have like 8 or 10, right? I say, okay, this is it, this is it. And then whilst I'm in a taxi thinking, I'm like, oh no, now this idea will definitely work. And then 6 months down the line, I'm like, we always have these ideas from the year starts till year end. Come by December, you've not even started one, because it's so many. There's so many things going on in your head. That's why I say take down your notes, write it down. You have this idea, write it down, and then once you are done, or whilst you are still doing your course, it will make sense. You'll see that, oh, it makes sense if I can start this now. Maybe I want to start like a beauty salon. Okay, I want to start it in Jan, right? And then you see, you do your web design, you do your digital marketing, your copywriting. It opens up your mind, right? And then that's why I say, come December, you have not started anything, you're not getting, there's no income. Because most of you that are doing that, the digital entrepreneurship course, I know it's because you guys already have existing businesses, you want to digitalize your business, or it's because maybe you want to start. You don't know where to start, you don't know what tools to have. Now, this course will also help you to say you do not even need to hire anyone unless you need coding people from, people that will code your website whatsoever. But everything will be there for you to start learning and actually start your business, right? Copywriting, it shows you which words to use, in order for your product to sell. So remember, I even made the example about the hair business where I said, instead of promoting it for people that want to look nice and stuff, think about people that don't have hair, and if they want to look good and want to look nice, they can actually, it's open for everyone, right? If you are selling clothes, okay, I will answer you. If you maybe are selling clothes, right? And most I know, because I know my sizes. I struggle to find my sizes in the shops, maybe in some other stores where I see like they sell really nice clothes. You, as a personal runner, there, if you are in Durban, central Durban, there are so many stores, owned by different people. I'm not talking about the your Mr. Price or the Fix. I'm talking about these other stores. You can also be a personal runner and sell those clothes for people that are not able to go there. What problem are you solving? You're solving a problem because Noltando is always at work. After work, she goes home to study. She doesn't have time to go and look for these clothes, but I can pay you to go and convenience, because some people believe in that. Digital marketing, I think there is a module that focuses specifically on digital marketing, where you it teaches you how to attract clients. So that course, specifically that course, I'm not going to go into depth, but I want you guys to for you to be open minded when you're doing your calls, and have a notebook where you're writing. If you are doing a particular module, there's an idea, write it down. And then once you are done with 3 months into the course, look back and say, the first module said I must create a business plan. Where to from here? Where to from here? Right? If I feel like I know there's pros and cons of living in a digital world. But I always use this word advanced. I feel like we are living in an advanced world where you can actually make a big and a good business at the comfort edge of your own space home. Remember, we're starting lean, we're starting small, and we are thinking smart. We are saving costs. I don't want excuses to say I don't know what I don't have the money to start. The only thing now that you should be telling me is the fear of starting, which I'll always say, if you fear poverty, you must also fear failure. If you know yourself and you love like a soft life, a luxurious life, or comfortable and stable life, as financial security, then this thing of having fear, constant fear. Otherwise, fear equals to what? Equals to poverty, equals to you bothering people because you are scared. And it's the thought. It's not you saying I'm unable to. You are able to, just that it's in your head to say, if I post this on WhatsApp, what will people say? Oops, will I get the right support? I shared with Vivian the last time. I said to you guys, my first 5 customers were people that I'm in Devon right now. I'm based in Devon, but the first 5 people that supported me were people based in Pretoria and Johannesburg. I was posting on social media, I was posting on WhatsApp. People that are close to me would see. But I made zero sales the first month. And the people that supported me the following month, or people and I was shocked that these people actually trust me. Yeah? I post on stories on Instagram, and then I get a message, a DM. I'm not lying. I went on Facebook, I posted. If you follow me on Facebook, my first pinned post are the services I offer and the products I'm selling. If you have me on TikTok, you scroll down, you will see, right? Because people should trust you. I'm not going to support somebody whom I don't even know, I don't even trust. I don't necessarily need to know you as a person, who you are, where you live, what you eat, what you like. But I need to see, I want to see people engaging. I want to see people asking questions and you answering them. Right? So I said, if fear is equals to what, please note that down. Fear is equals to poverty. That's the way I can say it. Right? And then lastly now, the last shift for today's webinar is stop waiting for money to start. Start with what you have, which is social media, doing your posts, social media, putting down your posts on social media. As I said to you guys, if you are on this webinar right now and you are not on Slack, please let us know, right? So that we can invite you on Slack. I said to you, and I'm going to say this, guys, you guys are not leveraging Slack. We have over 500 students on that platform. If you need services, let's start. Charity begins at home. Post on Slack, get people to do it for you, pay, and some people will even pay you for the services that you offer. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs in the entire world, they started with just a Wi-Fi and their laptop at home. At that time, the ones that started um, years before we were digitalized. Remember, they didn't have these laptops that now we have. They didn't have internet cafes. If you didn't have a laptop, you can actually go to an internet cafe, have a USB, put everything on there as well. All right. So that's one thing about starting small, is the fact that you can start anywhere. You can start even today after the session, you can actually start if you are serious about starting your own business, right? This is to make sure that your mind is open, right? I was having a conversation with one of my colleagues today. We said it is so hard to get a job in nowadays. There's connections, either connection, nepotism, or you need to pay to actually get a job. And that time you are desperate, you are unemployed, you don't have money, but you need to have 5,000 rand for this person to place you in this position. You can have a degree and honors, it's not easy. Hence, we are promoting your we want to shift your mindset from for you to say, I'm doing this certificate because I want to get a job. No, say I want to start my own business. Don't stress, guys. I will add you on the platform. And then I think we've unpacked a lot for today. Now let's have a conversation, guys. Do not stress. I will read your messages right now. Let me see before I continue if there's anything that you guys have said for me. Um, okay, Siham says, this has helped me so much. I haven't had fabric to start, but I prayed, and a friend of mine has organized free leftover fabric that I intend to use to start my business in slow fashion. Thank you so much for the push to start. My pleasure. Fercy says, that's me, the thing of having 10 business ideas in a year, but when you look back at the end of the year, you haven't started even one. How do you payment processing online with all the details online through a website? Okay, that's easy. If you want to have the one-on-one conversation or a tutorial or how to do that, please send us an email on help desk and we'll assist you guys. That's why we are doing these sessions, so that you guys know that you guys need to use IT Varsity, right? Because remember, you are here, it's an opportunity. And I always say, whatever opportunity you get, use that opportunity, right? Let me see something else. I see some other comments. CM says, I have ADHD when it comes to business ideas, keep jumping from one idea to the next, but I'm finally locking in with one idea to grow. It's really given me motivation. As soon as I decided, I am all in. Exactly. What is Slack? Slack is an app. Don't stress. Okay, I see most of you guys. You see that first email that we send you, that first welcome email with your login details. There's a link. If you read that email, there's a link for you to join the app that we call Slack. All right. The steps I am learning in this weekly webinar is really opening my mind on ideas on how to make it work. My fear is really diminishing directly as a result of attending these webinars. I would really not have made the move just to get started without these webinars. They are my lifeline. I am thinking about these days are about how can I make my business work. The paralyzing fear is slowly going away. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you for the comment. I would like to suggest drop shipping as well. That's also a good topic that I would also like to host a webinar someday about it, because I've also done some research where you don't have to have the product. You can design, sell the product, whereas you can use suppliers. Maybe let's say you want to start a t-shirt business. You go to Shopify. Let's say you go to Shopify, you can design the t-shirts there, maybe use Canva, promote them on Shopify. When your first client buys, there are other services that outsource their services or their products. You can buy a t-shirt from a certain person, and then the other person designs them for you. Let's say you are at home, you're not doing anything, right? And then once the design is done, they send it out to your customer, right? And then Muhammad says, which also helps with people who don't have funds to start. Thank you for that. Kindly, Godfrey says, kindly ask, how does one apply for recognition of prior learning with IT Varsity? Godfrey, please send an email to me. I will drop my email on the chat section before I close off this. Or what email? Okay, guys, I'll give you the necessary emails. Now, let's I want us to participate in something, right? All right. Now, here's a simple action step for you. I want you to write it in the chat section right now, and then we'll discuss it. I want you to write my small business idea is. You write it down, and what will your first step be? Maybe let's say my small business idea is to provide social media management for local shops around my area, and my first step will be researching these 5 local shops that I can provide these services to. So first say my my first small business idea is, and my first step will be what, so that I can see. Even if it's not something that you really want to start now, but something that's just in your head that you say, I want to start this. And what will now your first step be? Because remember, part of the reason why we are doing these webinars is to unpack your entrepreneurship mindset, right? And share with us so that we can grow together. I'm just also gonna type the email address. All right. If you are not on Slack, if because I see most of you are not on Slack, do not stress, right? I After this session, I will send you guys a link. I will email each and every one of you, a link to join us on Slack. Slack it has all the current IT varsity students, even the ones that have graduated, and we have over 500 students. So if you want us to help grow your social media account, post your links there. We'll definitely support you. If you are selling a product or a service, put it out there as well, because we are a community, right? As IT varsity students, we are a community. So if maybe there's a video you want us to engage on, put it there. Please, last time William did say no forex traders or anything scams, but if use us as well, okay? But guys, I can keep on hosting these sessions, uh, talking about entrepreneurship, shifting the mindset. But if you don't start, and starting is actually maybe putting it down on the chats right now and seeing that if there's valuable advice we can give you, then we can give it to you as a team together. Okay, I see some comments. Asma says, uh, my first small business is Moroccan peanut butter chocolate. Ooh, sounds very fancy. Sounds really, really nice. Something I would like to try. And then, what will your first step be? Right. CM says, my small business idea is providing slow fashion into plus size ladies, featuring plus size ladies. My first step is to create awareness of my business to social media and start showing my work at a local weekend market. CM, can I ask you for a favor? Please, the link to your social media, I know you've shared with me. I don't know if I did share it with the rest of the students, but please, once the session is done, please can you just post it on Slack as well so that you gain more attraction. And guys, when a person shares, can we reshare any of their posts and share it on our stories? Thank you for your comment. Samuel says, my first business idea is to do management for YouTubers, social media influencers, etc. I will research, try to email or get in contact with these people, offer to work for free for a week on probation. They can decide how my work is and if it is worth paying for. That's a beautiful, because now, right now, you're doing what you are actually solving a problem. All right. And the key to this is actually, starting, right? Is actually reaching out to those people. All right. Let's see. Danny says, okay, I see, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Danny says, now, my first small business is to provide services such as security installation. My first step is to acquire the relevant skill. Good. I love that you guys are also self aware. You know what first step that you guys need to do. My first small business idea is to design websites for businesses, which is big on the market right now. Thank you so much, guys, for participating. I know some of you guys are very shy. Some of you are still thinking on what you guys need to do. Okay, I see some more chats in. My first step is to market it on social media and stock it in the big business like bakeries. That's a good thing. Uh, Tashmek says, I have been in business for the last 12 years, but I'm looking at expanding. I am into paper and garment printing. That's a business. I think we can learn a lot from you because you've been in the business for 12 years. That's why I say, guys, that first welcome email, you see that first welcome email that we send you with your login details. If you scroll down on that email, there's a link for you to join Slack, but I will share the link again. And then please make sure that you use Slack and you use us as much as you can. All right, I see some chats coming in. Says, my small business idea is to start selling online global selling skin and hair. My first step is to open my shop on Shopify, but I am worried of suppliers. That's where research comes in. Don't just say, I will use the supplier. Do some research, background research on that particular supplier, because, hey, like I said, guys, there's a lot of scam going on, right? But what I do is digital footprint for me is very important. I make sure I check, I video call. It's totally up to you how you want to get your assurance, but I am very, very cautious because I know these people, how these people move. My Bulega says, my first step is to check which businesses don't have websites. You can even just go on social media, uh, ask people. Remember last week you spoke about sending the right DM. Go on LinkedIn. Guys, do you also have LinkedIn accounts? Because that's a professional site or software that you can actually leverage and make money from. And then obviously you can use your Facebook, your TikTok, your etc. But for businesses to see you and acknowledge and create also that awareness on LinkedIn as well. Okay, I'm gonna be reading the last chat now. Spogazi says, my small idea is to create platforms where people who sell things local but cannot use technology. So they can reach larger numbers of customers. My first step is to find one person who can let me create a selling platform for them that they can look. This always eats. This one, it's a great idea, Spogazi. And when you look around, you will notice that there are a lot of people who have not yet digitalized their businesses. Say, okay, I will handle the digital part of your business. Maybe, if obviously depending on how much money the business makes, you can charge them an X amount of money. Remember, we are starting small. And I said to you the last time, when it comes to networking, you have to give before you can actually take, right? Then once you are giving, you are done. Say, okay, now I need to make money. I need to profit. Sometimes it even takes one for you to volunteer for one business in order for you to make money. That's how some people make money. Like Laika says, my first small business is to create herbal health company. My first step will be applying my digital skills by creating a digital freelancing profile, offering my skills to solve business and individual admin and web development service needs. as an entrepreneurship. That's a good business. And everything that you just said here, all those skills are on that course. Kuben says, okay, I've read this. Okay, Sabia says, my small business idea is to start selling online planners to help people stay organized and do not drift away from their daily plans. That's me. I'm one of those people that needs those kind of services. And I even saw now some influencers were promoting a certain app that does it for you. I mean, it would definitely help a lot of people, people who are busy, people who are moneyed, and they don't know how to plan. Rather than having like a PA, they can use this kind of service, right? And then that guy says, my business idea is being a middleman for properties that are not on the digital market, real estate. Create a digital presence on freelance sites and my own sites. What? Guys, come on, we can do this. I'm loving the ideas because most of your ideas are about actually providing a service. You guys are actually solving a problem. So stay tuned, right? We'll be unpacking a lot more. There's a lot more to come. But I don't want to host these webinars and then I only have one or two people that started their businesses. Right now, there's 32 of us in this meeting. I want us all to start, right? I started selling clothes and sneakers. I did not even contribute any cent to my business. I went on Canva, I created a poster, right? I posted on social media, I put it out there that I'm selling clothes, I'm a runner. That's the type of service that I offer as a person. And I currently do not have a website. I have my own portfolio website that talks about me and my skills, but I didn't have one specific. But if you have my WhatsApp number, you'll see I also have a WhatsApp. I also I'm on the business side of WhatsApp. Everything, the products are there, my working hours, everything is outlined for you to read. There's reviews, there's the type of products that I'm offering, the prices, everything is there, right? But I put myself out there. I was scared. I thought, oh, am I gonna get the support? And like I said to you, I got support from the other province, not from where I live. And I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people, even in Durban. But the first people that supported me are people that I did not know. I got two from Instagram, one on Facebook, and two from TikTok. Right? Sometimes I also had a problem with my first supplier where things went sour. I had to do refunds from my own pocket. It was last year, July. I remember very well. I then had to now, I said to myself, I'm not going to use a supplier. I did some research. I saw where I can stock these dresses for people in Johannesburg. I now go there myself. I don't use a supplier. So research as much as you can. I spend time on social media looking for suppliers because remember that first supplier that didn't pay me back, didn't give me the clothes that I needed. She was nowhere to found, and it was a female, so I was highly disappointed. Now because these people trusted me, because remember I don't know these people. I don't want a trend. I don't want people to post me on social media to say I'm a scam. I then had to make means and I had to refund them back their money. And then I took like 2 months break from the business. I said to myself, no, let me research. I was watching videos like a crazy person on TikTok, looking for places where I can actually go there myself and shop. So now when a person from Johannesburg can call me, say, hi, I need tights, I need dresses, these sizes and whatsoever, I contribute you see, such like the entire day, you won't find me. I am out going to town, going to this warehouses, finding the right sizes and the right garments for my customers in Johannesburg. And then I use Courier Guide to send it through. At the end of the day, I make profit. I've made so much money, but it's not easy. It wasn't easy when I also started. I recently, last year, December, also started my lash tech business as well. So with me, I'm always thinking, how can I make money on the side and whatsoever. I started my lash business, and when I started, I was scared. I said to myself, okay, I'm scared. Will people trust me? Because I'll be working with their eyes. I bought equipment, I bought stuff, and I'm getting so much support from the ladies. It's good. If you go on my face, you're on my Facebook, you'll see. I recently made a post about it. The before and after you have your lashes, to obviously to attract customers to say, okay, this is what you will look like before, and after that, this is what you will look like. You understand? So start, guys. The fear. One thing about me, I don't like a situation where I don't have food to put on the table for my baby or for myself. I'm always thinking of something. But obviously before that, I was scared. I was scared to do it. And for every business, remember, if you've studied business studies, you'll know the cycle of businesses. It's like this. There's highs and lows. Sometimes you're at the bottom of the peak where you're not making any sales. But trust me, that one client or that one customer will change everything. That one person, that one sale changes everything. Because when people see that, oh, there are people that are actually buying from you, it will make sense to also come and support you. All right. If there's anything else that you might need, you have any questions, please do send an email to helpdesk@itvarsity.com. Sorry, .org. It's on the chat section. Let me see. Yeah, it's on the chat section. Just make sure you go to the chat and you will see that email. Other than that, please wait for my email. I said to you, I will share the recording with you once it's done. And then I will now send an email after this session with a link to join us on Slack. Please, 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 Slack is for you. It's not for us as IT Varsity. It's for you guys to use it as much as possible. Even if you want to network, you want to sell, you want to ask a question, you're not sure, you have a website, maybe you need maybe more minds to come together and help you make it more creative. And, there are people that know these stuff on the Slack platform. As you can see, guys, from the chat section, you guys are well informed. It's just a matter of pressing that start button. All right. Remember, for the last time, you do not need any money to start. You can start small. You need the right mindset, the right skills, and the right guidance. Okay. Please do not make sure that you do not miss next week's webinar and the week after that. But from me and IT Varsity, thank you so much for joining today's session. And I hope to see you guys next week. Any kind of support, reach to us and we'll be available to assist you guys. Thank you so much for joining the session. I will see you guys next week. Bye.